What does it mean when the official spokesman of the House prosecution panel calls the Vice President's impeachment reply a scrap of paper and accuses her of avoiding the truth with legal technicalities? This is Attorney Antonio Bucoy, lawyer, spokesperson, and the face of the House prosecution team, firing back at Vice President Sara Duterte, who recently filed her answer ad cautelam to the impeachment complaint lodged against her. His response was as scathing as it was symbolic. He dismissed her entire defense as nothing more than a scrap of paper. According to Attorney Antonio Bucoy, the Vice President's reply wasn't a real answer. It did not meet the public's demand for clarity, accountability, or truth. It lacked explanation. It lacked substance. And more importantly, it didn't directly rebut the core accusations that triggered the impeachment to begin with. Rapid, unexplained spending of 125 million pesos in confidential funds, suppression of commission on audit reports, and the erosion of transparency in one of the highest offices in the land. Attorney Antonio Bucoy says this isn't just political noise. Hindi po ito katang-isip. Totoo ito, he declared during a press conference. This complaint, he insists, wasn't born in rumor or revenge. It came from verified findings, internal investigations, and what the prosecution claims is irrefutable documentary evidence. Instead of confronting the allegations head-on, Attorney Antonio Bucoy says the Vice President's legal team tried to sidestep them with technicalities. Her response, the answer ad cautelam, focuses on questioning the procedure, not the accusations. The defense argued there were multiple impeachment complaints or violations of process, claims the House categorically denied. There was one verified complaint, properly filed, signed by more than a third of lawmakers as required by law. So why focus on dismissing the case rather than disproving the claims? The only legal strategy of the defense is to have the case dismissed and avoid trial, said Attorney Antonio Bucoy. But to the prosecution, that silence, those unanswered accusations, speak volumes. Admission by omission, Attorney Antonio Bucoy warns. When someone doesn't respond to direct charges, especially in a forum as critical as impeachment, that absence itself may reveal something. According to him, Vice President Sara Duterte had the opportunity to explain where the confidential funds went, why they were spent so quickly, and how they were accounted for. But she chose not to. Then came the rhetoric. At one point, Duterte was quoted saying she was prepared for a bloodbath in the Senate trial. Attorney Antonio Bucoy answered with sarcasm, "It's not a bloodbath, it's a bubble bath," a mocking jab to contrast Duterte's bravado with what the prosecution views as a weak and evasive response. But this fight is no joke. The stakes are historic, and the House prosecution has now filed its formal reply to the Senate impeachment court, urging it to proceed with the trial. Their message to the public: this is no circus act, this is accountability in motion. The subtext of Attorney Antonio Bucoy's messaging also carries a warning. What is the Vice President trying to hide? What's buried in the Commission on Audit documents she allegedly suppressed? Could the confidential funds lead to bank trails, shadow transactions, or state funds misused for political gain? It's these questions that the impeachment trial hopes to answer. Because impeachment is not just a political battle, it is a test of democratic resilience. When the second highest public official in the land stands accused and the people are told to look away, Attorney Antonio Bucoy and his camp say we must do the opposite. We must look closer. And the final note, when Vice President Duterte attempted to discredit the process by citing a statement from Congressman Toby Tiangco, claiming lawmakers were paid to support the impeachment. Attorney Antonio Bucoy responded, PR lang po yan, haka-haka. Kung may ebidensya siya, ilahad niya, formalin niya. In the end, Attorney Antonio Bucoy's message is clear. The truth can't be dodged with paperwork or posturing. The Filipino people deserve answers, not delay. Let the trial begin. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to Ang Kampanero, Tinig ng Katotohanan, Tunog ng Kasaysayan. Let the bell keep ringing for truth, justice, and freedom.